I wanted everybody to know why we're getting so many professionals into the organization. So I put on the thing, ask the doctors why. You know, as a naturopathic doctor, I get asked that question all the time. And for me, gosh, we've got the best product on the market, right? You know, I can't imagine not promoting this product. So welcome all the doctors right now. Stand up and give them a big round of applause. Dr. Ben Bowers, Dr. Hadrian Vaughn, Dr. Tiffany Crutcher, Dr. Ken Clack, and Dr. Fred Valdez. So please take a seat. I'm going to start off with Dr. Ben. Why did you come into Zija?
Thank you, Dr. Pat. As most of you know my story, I was drug in by my sister, and that's besides the point. But what really got me into Zija was seeing all of the research that was behind this. Now, you have to understand what we're trying to do as professionals. Our job is to try to get sick people well. How many of you know that's a very hard and difficult thing to do at times, especially in today's world with what's going on with our food chain? So the biggest thing that I saw when I got into this was, okay, if the research was real and all the different research articles that I saw, the 1,400 different research articles, and I looked at where they were published from and vetted from and verified and proven and then published, how could I ignore that? So the biggest thing I started doing was taking that information and bringing it back into my practice. And I started including or putting it into my protocols with my patients. Now, all of us doctors have certain protocols that we use that we're very comfortable with. And most of the doctors will absolutely try to modify their protocols to improve the results they're getting from the patients. Because just like patients want results, doctors want results as well, right? Now, I practice as a chiropractor who's an internist, a certified internist, board certified, and I have a functional medicine degree as well. So what my job is to do is to try to find out what's really wrong with the patient, not just what the symptomatology is or what's the causation factor. I want to find out what's not working and why. So what I did is I brought this into my practice. I took about 30 different patients, ran all my protocols on them, and added it to my practice and started monitoring the results. Ladies and gentlemen, I did that before I even tried the product. That's how skeptical I was of this product. Didn't want to do this business, could care less about this business, only wanted results from it. So after seeing those results, then I decided I would try that product. Now, 1,600 plus patients later, 3.5 years later, if there's a problem, we have found it, right? If there's a condition that this helps, we have found it. If there's a condition this won't help, we have found it. And in everything that I do, the thousands and thousands of patients around the world that I treat, this is the base that I use in my practice. Smart Mix with Moringa is the base I use in all my diseases, all the conditions that I treat. And I want to tell you, we get results. So why Zija? Why am I a diamond in Zija? Pat woke me up one day. She goes, I don't think you know what you have here. You have something that's phenomenal. You're already running all this in your practice and your patients. Why don't you build a business with it? Us doctors don't like this kind of business. It's bad for business in a lot of ways. However, we do like the outcome, we like the results, we like the income. So why Zija? Number one, it helps me get patients well. Number two, the results, financially as well as health-wise, is phenomenal.
Good afternoon, Zija Nation. My name is Dr. Hadrian Vaughn. I am a practicing podiatric physician and surgeon in Montgomery, Alabama. Team Montgomery, yeah. Well, it's simple for me. Why Zija? I tried the product. I simply tried the XM Plus. Fell in love with it. Love what the product did to me. Love what it did for me. Increase in energy, definitely mental clarity, everything just fell in line. So I began to think, well, if it can do this for me, the first person that I'm going to try this on was my mom. So I gave the Smart Mix to my mother. My mother's a breast cancer and colon cancer survivor. So I definitely made sure she got on the Smart Mix. And then, of course, my father, that wasn't that easy. My father's the biggest skeptic I know. He was like, no way, no way. But come to find out, when my mom was sleeping, he was getting up before her and taking her Smart Mix. So now they both are on it and wanted me to send them my auto ship. But now with the new Team 250 for preferred customers, we're going to see if they can get their product free too. But I also begin to think a little more, how can I implement this into my practice? Well, after researching the product, reading all about it, two things that I see every day in and out of my doors. I see people in pain, but I see pain in two ways. I see physical pain and financial pain. And I thought about it. I said, this is one way, definitely, I know what the product can do. I can definitely help them with their physical pain. Then, the financial side of the business, the opportunity, help them with their financial pain. So when people come to my office, they're hit the minute they walk through the door. I had the Zija Smart Mix banner, the Zija Weight Management banner. Everybody asks me, what is that? Well, take this home and try it. Most people, within 2 days, are calling me back or either walking in and want to purchase the Smart Mix, which is good. I've helped a lot of people who've had lower back issues with that. They want the product. They just come in, they walk in and get it, they tell their family, they walk in and get it. So now, it's also a part of my protocol, and especially when it comes to my patients who have severe lower extremity problems with arthritis. This is something we implement. So now, my advice, not just overall how to take good care of your feet, but also I advise to drink life in.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tiffany Crutcher from Montgomery, Alabama. 3 simple reasons why I chose Zija. Number 1, impeccable leadership, Kim Brailsford's vision, the coolest executive team I've ever met. Rod, Ryan, Jerem, Jason, you all are just cool dudes. Russ Bianchi, Uncle Russ, every time I call this guy, 15 minutes less, he calls me back, so I thank you for that. And the best team ever, Zija Team Montgomery, I appreciate all of you. Number 2, the product simply works. Guys, my mom has severe rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 58. Couldn't get out of bed at all, gave it to her. In 4 days, my mom woke up with tears in her eyes and said, for the first time in 2 years, I don't have pain in my knees. So now she's down 35 pounds, she's in water aerobics, so it's truly blessed my family's life and increased the quality of their life. Number 3, I always say this to my team, I thank God that I had enough sense to recognize an opportunity to generate another stream of income and partner with a company that I know is going to be a billion-dollar brand. So I challenge each and every one of you that's in here to go back to your local markets, get some fire in your belly, like Ken says, and approach your podiatrist, your dermatologist, your physical therapist, your nurses, your physicians, and watch this company hit the billion-dollar mark sooner than later. So for Pat, why Zija? It simply makes sense.
Makes sense.
I'm Ken Clack, clickety clack, don't talk back. That's how you remember me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm an osteopath, which means that I approach the patient traditionally through regular medicine, but also through my hands in contact with their physical body. About 3 months ago, my wife came, who's my office manager, came home with me and said, I heard about this meeting from my hairdresser about this new product. And of course, you don't forget, when your wife says you're going to a meeting, you go. But she knew that I'm always open to learning something new. So we went. I said to her, okay, we have to try this product for 2 to 3 months. So I've been on it for 3 months. I have something called Raynaud's disease, which means the cold weather turns my hands blue, white, purple. 2 months ago, the cold weather stopped turning them blue, white, and purple. They're cold, but no longer blue, white. So I said, oh, this is going to work for all my patients. And after 47 years of practice, I've never promoted a product because I could never really trust a nutritional product. I trust Zija. I know it will work. And I know it will work because it's worked for me. And I said to myself, well, wait a minute. I know it's nutritional. I know it can be absorbed. But if it takes my whole arm, warms it up, not just because of circulation, and turns it from being purple to normal, I said, then it's affecting my whole self. The only way it could do that is that somehow Zija triggers the embryo, triggers the flow of the sap in the tree. When you have a tree, every spring the sap starts to flow. It has the nutrients. It has the water. Something in the season initiates it. Well, the same for us, okay? There's something in us that when fertilization takes place, we have the nutrients from our mother in the womb, and we start to grow. But what creates us? What triggers the sap, not only to bring the nutrients up the tree, to create the leaves, the flowers, and the fruit? Well, what's happened to our civilization is after a time, the sap stops flowing. The sap that makes the leaves, the flowers, and the fruits within us stops. That's called health. All of a sudden, out of 47 years of practice, I've never seen anything except Zija promote the health. And so I feel now it's unethical for me to give any of my patients the time, extra time, to talk to them about Zija. I've only been in it 3 months. I've already reached my 500 last week. I waited till I saw some results, and I am so excited to be here to share this with you. I cannot tell you how important it is to promote this product for the health of our country and its wellness. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Valdez. I'm a medical doctor in South Florida, and it's great to be on the stage with the smart people here. I ain't that smart, just a guitar picker, but we don't have a lot of time here. Let me tell you why I chose Zija and why Moringa. First, I read the evidence, and the evidence is overwhelming. So that was number one. Number two, I tried the products. Guess what? I'll give you some numbers. You know, my cholesterol is down to 140. I lost 28 pounds and my pants are falling. I'm sorry, okay? My triglycerides are 50. My A1C hemoglobin is 5.7, which is incredible for my age. But let me tell you the reason. Let me tell you the biggest reason. It's not about me. I'll tell you the biggest reason. Biggest reason is because just a couple of weeks ago, one of my distributors lost her son, was shot, killed. And I went to see her. And she hugged me, and she thanked me for introducing her to something that's helping her cope. She's lost 17 pounds, and she has the products, and the health is there, and it's helping her cope with the death of her son. And folks, there is no price tag on that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm touching lives.
Awesome. Okay. So those of you that know me, you know, I had 20 minutes. So I said, guys, we got to be on time. We're early. We're early. Okay. So I'm going to give you one word. I want you to say one word. The most important in your heart. Why Zija? One word.
Passion.
Love.
Teamwork.
Healing.
Unlimited!
So many times, people don't want to approach a professional. They say, oh, they make so much money, we don't want to go near them. But, you know, guys and girl, doctors need residual income. Most of them have their own practices. When they're not working, do you get paid? No. This is an important business for them. We all love the product, so we're going to go the business part. You know, we need extra income for when we want to retire because we get used to making a really good living, and then when you retire, we want to still live at that comfort. And we can't